Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my VIP program. I'm so excited to have you back again and to have the opportunity to share everything to do with health and wellness and sustainability. And I am so excited today that I have with me Emmerich, who is the creator, the founder of Eco Expo. Now, Emmerich and I have been working together in regard to this, and I'm so excited to say that we're partnering with Eco Expo. And I would love to share so much information about Emmerich, but I want him to share in his own words because it's so important that you share your message.
Sure.
So, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's a pleasure.
Thanks.
Yep.
So I started, when I moved to Australia, I'm originally from France, from the south of France in Bordeaux. And I moved to Australia 10 years ago. And I was a radical, something happened with me where I was changing country. I lived 10 years in America before moving here. And I said to myself, wherever I move next, I want to do something which is really close to my heart. So moved to Australia 10 years ago and decided to be involved with the sustainability industry. So actually I went back to uni at UNSW and I studied with landscape design because I've always grown plants when I was a kid, and when I moved to Australia, coming from a country where it's all oak trees and a lot of deciduous, I arrived, it was eucalypts and all those weird plants that I had never seen before. So I decided to go back to school, study horticulture, which I did, and while I was doing that for 6 years, I did gardens. So I was creating organic gardens for in Sydney for people.
I didn't know that. That's wonderful. Yeah. Okay, that would be so great to to have people create, and more people are creating their own gardens and things in their homes. And I don't know if you know Costa Georgiadis, who is a good friend of mine and a wellness fellow Australian certified organic ambassador. And he's all about gardens and things, and I think what a wonderful thing it is for our planet to actually create gardens. So that's wonderful that you did that. So tell me, how did Eco Expo start?
Well, I was still at uni, so after my landscape architecture, I did a master's of environmental management, and I was still doing gardens, and I knew I was touching people to grow their own food, without using chemicals, without using any fertilizers. And I knew I was changing the way they would look at nature, they were looking at food. And I just wanted to have a much bigger impact than just one garden at a time, basically.
Okay, beautiful.
So I decided to do an event, and the funny story is I had no experience whatsoever in the event industry, like none, zero,
Really?
zero, absolutely
Really?
nothing. And I just threw myself in, and I decided to do an event called Eco Expo, where I get exhibitors who are in the natural or organic industry to display their goods and services. So anything which is sustainable, basically.
Great. So how many years has it been running?
We are celebrating our 5th year anniversary this year.
Okay, beautiful. So this year, where's Eco Expo?
It's at Prince Alfred Park in Sydney, right behind Central Station.
Okay, great. And it's the 28th through to the 30th of November.
Correct, and we'll kick off on Friday night with a movie which will be played on the biggest pedal-powered screen of the Southern Hemisphere.
That is so. that is so. And he said Southern then. It's his French accent. So the Southern Hemisphere, the biggest pedal-powered screen. So just share what that's about, and I just think that's so exciting.
Yeah, so it's basically a giant screen like you would see in a movie, and at the bottom of it we'll have 24 bikes, and people will get on a bike, so take turns to create energy, and this energy is converted into electricity that will just power the whole movie. So we'll have movie nights on Friday night. With an amazing documentary called The Human Experiment. And
you guys know all about that. I've been sharing about that across everything.
And we'll have a surprise movie, which is a different one, on Saturday night.
Okay, great. So our movie that I'm involved with Naturally Home and the Mind Foundation, which is an amazing organisation, is The Human Experiment, and it's Sean Penn's documentary, and that's going to open the Eco Expo, and I'm so excited about that. And also, Emmerich, you was telling me that at the same time you'll be filming incredible films, or there'll be films being played around the world at the same time as our filming. So do you want to share a little bit about that?
Sure. So I worked on this project, this other project of mine called the Arcadia International Film Festival, which we launched last year. And the film festival screened at exactly the same time in Sydney, Tokyo, Singapore, and Paris last year. And it was 3 days of back-to-back movies. So anything to do from deforestation, the protection of rare species of miniature bears in Indonesia, the bee problem, whaling, plastic pollution, anything which is eco, and we make it free, so it's a free event because we want to encourage more people to really see what's happening on the other side of the planet. And
beautiful. Compared
to other movies or documentaries that can sometimes they leave you hanging there and you just don't know what to do and you feel a bit disempowered. All the films that we picked for the film festival will leave you with tools where you can create, you can make a difference.
And that's so important, with everything that we're doing as well, and in the screening of The Human Experiment and sharing information, holding events on health and wellness, and advising people or giving people the knowledge to make healthy choices. And with knowledge, you can make informed choices, and that's what we're really about. So that's absolutely wonderful. So I'm just thinking, do you want to give a little bit of a breakdown of what's going to happen on are there going to be workshops, that sort of thing at Eco Expo?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll start, Eco Expo opens at, except for the Friday night, which is the movie night from 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. We'll open the park at 10 o'clock in the morning, so 10 until 6 or 7.
Wonderful.
And we'll have a lot of exhibitors that will display their goods for sale from beauty, organic food and wine, anything to do with health, environmental protection, energy, transport, hybrid cars, bikes, anything with wheels. And on the side, we have a few workshop areas where people will be. So we have cooking workshops.
I'll be doing some of those.
Yeah, absolutely. So from anything from, how to make your own cheese, how juicing versus blending.
Yes.
Lots of really good things which are, hands-on workshops where people can learn skills. Gardening workshops, we have workshops for the kids as well, lots of kids activities. The list goes on. And this year, for the first year, we are building 2 giant Bedouin tents, a big one and a medium one, and we're going to have back-to-back yoga sessions from some of those yogas I've actually never heard from before. They're like those really weird, thing, but absolutely amazing. So it's just going to be a big array of different types of yogas and different workshops, and it's just great. There's always something going on at the
that's
expo.
Beautiful. And it's free, isn't it? What's the deal in regard to people actually coming along? And
the event is free. The expo is free. Some workshops you have to pay for. Some are free as well, but the goal is really for us, we just want to encourage more people to who are on this sustainable journey to find new products, and the ones who don't really know how to start to find the products to sell, because it's actually not difficult, and there is this misconception that it costs a lot of money to be green.
That's exactly right.
When in fact it doesn't. So that's what the eco is all about.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. Well, I really want to acknowledge you. I want to acknowledge you for your commitment to our planet. You know, I get quite emotional about this because I believe that we are custodians of this amazing land and this amazing planet, and we have a responsibility not only to our families, to ourselves, but to other people, to future generations, and we have a responsibility to this planet. And what you're doing, Amrit, is amazing.
Thank you.
So I want to acknowledge you, and I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being part of my program, part of the VIP program, and I want to thank you for involving us and having us partner with you this year. I'm very excited about where we can take this, and so excited to be screening the human experiment and creating awareness. You know, as I said, with awareness, we have the ability to make informed choices.
Absolutely.
And when we make informed choices, we have the ability to make a difference. So thank you so much. Have you got anything else you'd like to share?
No, look, I just want to say, I just want to encourage and thank everyone who's, you know, supporting the industry, you know, like, you know, people like you who buy, you know, certified organic products, to keep doing it, because every single time you buy an organic product, every time you go to the shop, every time you buy, you know, a produce, like even if it's like a little veggie that's organic, you're actually encouraging a farmer who is, you know, fighting really hard against, you know, the traditional industry, and who's doing the right thing to keep going. And you know, it's not going to happen with just one individual. It's a collective, and it's all of us together, you know, joining forces and making the right decision. And yeah, that's so I just want to thank you.
Oh, that's a pleasure. And you know what, guys, your dollar counts. It really does count. You guys have, and even the Dalai Lama said, you know, Western women in particular, through their buying, through their purchasing power and their knowledge and education, will transform the world. And when you know what you know, then you can make the informed choices. So I'm really excited, and I want you to know, like what Emmerich said, certified organic, there's a myth that certified organic is really expensive. And do you know what? When you fill your body with incredible nutrients, you don't eat as much, so it doesn't cost you greatly. You know, when you're filling your body with rubbish, your body wants more rubbish, and it's hungry, it's starving for nutrition. When you're putting beautiful certified organic products on your skin, your body's getting that nutrition topically, and it's not being filled with the chemicals that are in everyday products. So I want to thank you again, Emmerich. Thank you so much for being part of this program. Thank you so much for doing what you do.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you, guys, and I will see you next month. And I'm really excited to share with you some more information. Stay tuned about the Eco Expo. You'll be able to find details at www.ecoexpo, as in ECOXPO.com. Is it .au? .au. So expo.com.au.
Correct.
Okay, thank you so much, and I will see you soon.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.